Hi, I'm Lily.
And I'm Cassell, and this is Burning Questions.
In this episode, wait a minute, it looks like we have some breaking news.
Let's go live to our reports in Atlanta, Georgia. We interrupt this program with an important message.
In a previous episode of Burning Questions, we reported that the Pittsburgh Steelers have won more Super Bowls than any other team.
This is no longer true.
In February, the New England Patriots won Super Bowl 53.
They have now tied with the Pittsburgh Steelers with 6 Super Bowl wins.
Sorry, Mr. Makosko.
Thank you, David, Jenswell, and Hayden, for the update information.
Now let's talk about episode 5. In this episode, we will learn about monarch butterflies, horses, and donuts.
We hope you enjoy our show.
Hello, Mrs. Mazzoni. I understand you have a second grade class full of kids that just love to do research. I'm an amateur entomologist from Middletown, Pennsylvania, and I have a burning question. When the monarch butterfly migrates south, how far does it go and where does it stay?
Thank you, Dr. Smith, for asking us this question.
We learned that if monarchs live east of the Rocky Mountains, they migrate to Mexico. If they live west of the Rocky Mountains, they migrate to California.
They migrate to these places because they need warm weather to live. Some scientists think they were once tropical butterflies.
They travel about 2,500 miles every year.
Monarch butterflies return to the same trees every year when they migrate. Isn't it odd?
It's odd because monarch butterflies only live for a few weeks, so the butterflies that return to Mexico each year are not the same ones that were there the year before.
Monarchs are amazing insects.
Go. Hi, Mrs. Mazzoni's class. This is Rachel Smith from Fayetteville, North Carolina. My burning question is, what is the highest a horse has ever jumped?
Thank you, Rachel Smith, for your question. The average horse can jump about 3 feet high without any training, but of course, with training, horses can jump much higher.
In order to compete in horse show, horses usually need to jump between 5 feet 3 inches and 6 feet 7 inches high.
The highest jump by a horse was 8 feet 1 inch high. This horse jumped that hurdle on February 5th, 1949 in Santiago, Chile. The horse's name was Hawaso. This is a Spanish name.
The next highest jump was in 1978 in London, England. This horse jumped 7 feet 6 inches. Now it's Sal left for the next burning question. Giddy up!
Hi, Mrs. Mazzoni's class. I'm Mrs. Hartert from Rose Tree Elementary School. I have a burning question for you. I'm wondering, why do donuts have holes in the center? And if they don't, are they still considered donuts?
Thank you, Mrs. Hartert, for your question. We have found out that Hanson Gregory originally made the donut. Hanson Gregory was a ship captain. As a teenager, he worked on a ship as a cook's assistant. In 1847, he and the cook made fried cakes for breakfast for the crew. These fried cakes later became known as donuts.
One problem they found was that the cakes, or donuts, would get crisp, but only around the edges. The middle did not cook completely, so when sailors ate them, they sank in their stomachs. They called them sinkers.
Gregory decided to take off the cap of a pepper can and use it like a cookie cut, cutting out the middle of the fried cakes. This allowed the cakes to cook completely. The sailors loved them.
There were other stories about how the donut was created, but these stories were more exaggerated. One story said that Gregory was steering the ship during rough seas. He impaled the fry cakes on the handles of the ship's big steering wheel for an easy snack access.
Another legend was the sailors who fell overboard after breakfast would sink in the ocean like a stone because the fried cakes were heavy in the stomachs. Gregory used a rolling pin to punch holes in the cakes so they looked like lightsabers. A donut without a hole is a donut, but with many names.
No matter how the donut was actually invented, it remains my favorite breakfast food.
Join us next time as we continue our journey around the USA.
Bye!